last stop on the Bowmar Bowhunting turkey tour, we are actually headed back out to Kansas to hunt with our friend Caleb at KNS Outdoors. And if I can get another Rio, I will have finished the double Grand Slam in a single season with a bow, all on film. So we are in Kansas. We just got to our outfitter, and this is a new outfitter. We met him at the NWTF. Actually, that's not the house. Just kidding. Met him at the NWTF. Super nice guy. Him and his wife, really awesome people. And we told him, we're like, hey, Sarah only needs one more Rio, and she'll have her single slam twice in a year. And he's like, come on out, we'll get you on a Rio. Make it happen before the end of the season. So we drove all the way from Ohio last night, and we are about to pull in, I think in like 600 feet, unless that was the house, but we're gonna find it regardless. And then hopefully get on some turkeys tonight, because he's been seeing them in the fields morning and night, which is a really good thing.
There's an archery target out front. That's always fun.
Yeah, it was nice. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, no kidding. Sarah's coming around.
Hi.
Sarah,
How are you? Good.
Good.
It's good seeing you again.
You too.
We're excited.
Good.
Feels good to be out of the vehicle.
It's nice weather.
Yeah, this is
Finally.
awesome. I love the place, by the way.
Thanks.
Is it public land?
It's public land, but we buy landowner vouchers that are unit wide, so we get 16 C's a unit hunt, and normally it's like 12% draw.
Got some big bucks. Look at the inliner on this guy.
Yeah. That's my highest scoring shed. That shed's right at 100.
No way. Look at that thing.
So as soon as we got in, we got unpacked, we got dressed to go hunting, and we headed out to our first spot for the evening. We had about 5 hours left of daylight, and Caleb actually saw 8 gobblers in the same field that we were hunting the night before. So we knew our odds were pretty good. All right, so first impressions of the outfitter. Caleb seems great. We did meet him at the NWTF. Really awesome lodge. We already heard some birds, which is really cool. So we are actually at our first spot. We are going to set the blind up, and hopefully this just turns out to be an awesome evening.
Yeah, he was telling us he has seen 8 strutters down here as late as or as early as yesterday. So it's pretty crazy.
Our first evening hunt consisted of some high highs and some low lows. As soon as we got in the blind, Josh hit the call, and we had 2 toms answer us. We didn't hear anything or see anything for about 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they came in completely silent on us. And because they came in silent, we were not prepared at all. By the time we got the first camera angle on, the second camera angle going, me picking up my bow, drawing, all of these shenanigans going on in the blind, the toms got a little spooky. I drew back, which spooked them even more because I had to draw at a time when they were looking in the blind, and I completely whiffed. 2 toms, field goal, arrow right through both of them. So unfortunately, that our hunt could have ended within an hour. We just couldn't get the job done first evening. So it definitely taught me a lesson as to always be ready, especially late season, because these turkeys can come in silent on you at any point in time, and you always want to be 100% prepared. Early season turkey hunting compared to late season turkey hunting is quite different. Early season, there is no pecking order established. So a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old tom will still come into the decoys, as well as the 4- and 5-year-old toms. Once you get later in the season, the pecking order becomes established, and those 2- and 3-year-old toms have pretty much been getting beat up by the 4- and 5- and older birds the entire season. So they're a little more reluctant to come into the decoys later in the year. And that's what we experienced on day 2 of our trip here in Kansas. We had a lot of unsuccessful spot and stalks. The birds would just not come in to our decoys, probably based on that pecking order. So for the evening hunt we set up, we had a really slow evening hunt on day 2, and Caleb actually went to another farm while we were sitting in the blind, and he was able to roost 2 toms out of a field. So our plan for the next morning was to set up in the field where he saw the birds fly up from. If you have ever hunted turkeys late May, you know that you're going to have to be setting your alarm pretty early because it starts cracking daylight at 5, which means you need to be set up by 4:30. And that was us on day 3. I think we got up at 3:45 in the morning. That way we could get set up in the complete darkness because we do like to set our blind up right in the middle of the field where we can see their roost tree. So 5:30 rolls around and these turkeys are gobbling their heads off. We're only about 75 yards from the roost tree and we could not be in a more perfect setup. We had 2 toms fired up, and unfortunately when it was time for them to fly down, they were with a hen, and the hen decided that she did not want to play with us. She flew into the other field, and those 2 big toms unfortunately did follow her. But we did have a Jake fly down into the field that we were in, off to the right about 80 yards, and he was working his way in. This late in the year, I don't care if this turkey has a 12-inch beard or a 2-inch beard. You bet your last dollar if I get a shot, I'm taking it. So this Jake is working in. He was at 80, came into 40, and slowly made his way into 20, and for whatever reason, he just got hung up at about 20 yards. We've got the decoys set out right in front of our blind, so we weren't sure if he was just worried about the decoys or what, but he stopped at 20 and then circled all the way behind our blind, and we weren't sure if he was just gonna walk off or what he was going to do. Out of nowhere, this turkey shows up 3 yards from the left of the blind, and he is working his way right into the decoys. This is incredible. I cannot believe that this turkey circled all the way behind the blind and decided to come back in on the other side of where we saw him fly in. And if I can get this shot, if I can harness all of this and focus all of this energy and pressure and excitement into this shot, I will successfully have completed a double grand slam in a single season. I just had to breathe, focus, and make the shot.
I'm so proud of you. Wow. I'm so proud of you, honey.
All right, let's go get him.
Oh my gosh, talk about a total decapitation.
It's only hanging on my...
Yeah, pick him up and show him that. That's crazy looking. Oh. Wow.
What a morning. I can't believe this happened. Like I said, I got set up this morning and Caleb roosted these birds and we heard two gobbling up there and they just didn't come in. They flew into the other field and then we heard this one gobbling as well. Saw him come in at like 40 from the right and then he circled all the way back around, came in silent on us, and I just completed the single slam, twice, so I guess the double single slam. I don't even know what it would
You did,
be
you did
called.
two. Yeah, you did 2 grand slams in a single season.
Yep. With bow, all on film. I just can't believe it. I'm so grateful right now. This is incredible.
I'm one proud husband, that's for sure.
Thanks.
I don't know many women that's done that, especially with a bow.
Yeah, and on film.
Yeah, and it's early, guys. I don't even know if it's 6 o'clock yet.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
But
It's the benefit of getting up super early. I mean, we got in. I think we showed up here at 4:45, and it was all set up long before the birds ever opened their eyes, and we made it happen. It just goes to show you can set up in an open field and kill turkeys the same morning. You can check it out behind us there, and the blind is totally right out in the open.
Yep.
What a shot!
Thanks. I'm so happy right now. I just can't believe it all came together.
I mean, that shot was perfect.
Thanks.
You were patient. You waited till he circled around the blind. It was straight on facing you.
Yep.
And you ruined his day. It's a lot more meat for the freezer.
Yep. Cannot believe I just did a double single season Grand Slam with a bow, all on film. We've been hunting for like 45 days, it seems like, and it all came together this morning. And I just can't believe it. It's incredible. It's just so grateful right now. So as you can see, Caleb pulled the truck around, and this hunt took place at KNS Outfitters here in Kansas. And if you guys are looking for a deer hunt, they are in Unit 14, which is 100% draw success rate, and obviously they have a ton of turkeys. So if you are interested in coming to Kansas, their website is down below in the description box if you want to check that out. And this wraps up my 2017 turkey season with this incredible turkey. Double single season Grand Slam with a bow, all on film.